Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Casper, the boy diviner, and I have a deck to show you today. This is the new chapter tarot, and it was one that I was really excited about. I think it's one of my top 10 most anticipated decks for 2021, and I received a review copy from Liminal 11. Honestly, I don't know if the official pre-order is out yet, but if I can find an Amazon pre-order, I'm going to place it down. That's an affiliate link. So if you order from that link, you'll be helping my channel out. You won't be paying any extra. Okay? But without further ado, I'm going to open this up. This is Liminal 11's, I think, new like box style, where you open it up like this, and then you have a sleeve and a box. To be honest, this is a really sturdy box, so it's really going to be good for keeping your cards safe and intact. But I prefer something simpler, just my 2 cents. It comes with a cardboard insert, and then that actually helps to protect the cards inside, and then you can remove it out easily. That's what I did already. But I really like the box, this one. And I know some people don't like tuck boxes, but I prefer tuck boxes to something clunky like this. Even though it keeps the, you can hear that. Can you hear that? It is very sturdy, so it's going to keep your cards safe. New chapter. Very nice. Okay, and this deck is by Catherine Briggs, published by Liminal 11, and then it comes with this little hardcover guidebook, which is really nice. But as per their usual style, there is a lot on the majors and then less on the minors. So I think I already made my thoughts on that well known. I like the minors more, and there are more of them. So yeah, that's how I just feel. But the cards are beautiful, the deck is beautiful, the art is beautiful, and I really like the cardstock. Let's talk about this cardstock, guys. Okay, let's look at the back and talk about the cardstock. The back is so beautiful. I think it's a swan and an owl, so they are like night and day, perhaps, and white and black, dark. You can see the little sketch marks. I don't think this is a printing error. I think it's there on purpose. This is beautiful, beautiful backing. I really like this cardstock compared to the Modern Witch Tarot cardstock, which is more glossy and thick. This is a thinner cardstock, but it feels sturdy enough, and it's almost matte. It's more smooth than matte, which I also prefer compared to glossiness, because photos would be so easily taken with this now. Okay, let's look through the cards. This is the Fool. Beautiful. I really like the two faces, and then there are the representations of the suit in the 4 corners. So instead of having in the Magician, the 4 suits are there, but this Magician is so enchanting. There's something about the moon on his head that reminds me of the High Priestess. So I guess that is supposed to be like a tie-in. This makes me think of like cockroach legs. This is a fish tail. So I do like the robe here, really. The High Priestess. I thought this was the Mother Maiden crone, but I don't really see that. The ages are a bit similar. This is definitely a mother. These two look like crones to me. Let's take a look and see what she says about the Mother Maiden crone. Yeah, the triple goddess. Athena as the goddess of knowledge. So I guess this is Athena. Mami Wata, bringing devotees to gain knowledge. Okay, Mami Wata. And then Kali, I guess Kali is the last one. But that's not the blue skin Kali that I know. So I really like this deck because there's a lot of different cultures in this deck. And I believe it's all pretty respectful from what I have seen so far. There's only one niggle I have with the art, which is an artistic choice that I think is acceptable. It's just not my thing, but we'll go into that. The Empress, beautiful. Also with a moon. So a lot of moon imagery here. The Emperor, beautiful. The Teacher instead of the Hierophant. I don't know how I feel about the name change as usual. With any name changes, this one I think it's acceptable. The Lovers, I really like this imagery. It's very untraditional. It also has the 4 suits. There are feathers, there are animals on the right, and then there are plants on the left. Very interesting. The Chariot, I really like this imagery. The Chariot is one of my birth cards, so I really feel like I always look at the Chariot, and there is something about this that is so intriguing to me. I really need to read more about it in the instructional guide. Maybe we can take a quick look. Yes, opposing forces held together by a force of will. I think this is written really well. I'm just curious. I wish there was more tie into the images, like how the High Priestess did. The High Priestess pointed out every single figure. So why is there a sarcophagus head here? Like, that would be nice to know. Justice, traditional. I like this imagery. The Hermit, beautiful. I really enjoy this Hermit. Is it a mountain? Is it a hood with a person facing away? It's a combination of both, and this imagery is so beautiful to me. This is so striking. One of my favorite Hermit cards ever, I think. The Wheel of Fortune, very geometrical. I really like the aspect. I think these are ribs poking out of lungs, it seems. I'm not sure. Strength, beautiful. I wonder what these symbols mean. Are they, is it Greek? The Hanged Man. Death, I like this death a lot. There's something about the hands where black tar, but anyway, it seems to be trailing down her hands. That's so beautiful to me. Temperance, this is the artistic choice that I feel a bit strange about. I just feel like it's so strange to see otherworldly beings wearing spectacles. You know, I understand about representation, I guess, you know, where we show everyone in their walks of life, but I don't understand the choice of doing it for otherworldly beings like Temperance, who is supposed to be a two-headed angel here. Why are they wearing spectacles? It kind of takes me out of it, you know. And I don't remember this explaining that choice. It doesn't speak about why the artist chose to use spectacles. Maybe this is a reference to someone famous in the US perhaps that I'm not familiar with and I don't have the cultural background to understand or appreciate. But yeah, the spectacles just take me out of it, and it happens quite a few times in the deck. The Devil, the Tower, beautiful. The Star, I really like the geometric shapes. This is so beautiful to me. The Moon, another beautiful card. Warrior Goddesses, I think. That breastplate. This breastplate is a bird. This one is a lioness, I think. Gorgeous. The Sun. Judgment. This is so beautiful, guys. I really like this, and this is also smaller than a standard tarot size. So for example, we can compare to the Divine Masculine Tarot, which is roughly tarot sized. This deck is a bit smaller than that. You can see that it's a bit smaller. It's shorter, but just as wide. And I like that. I tend to find it harder to use minis, but this is not really a mini. It's just nicely sized for my Asian hands. The Universe, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That snake with that phoenix tail, the roots going to water, the lotuses, beautiful. I love this card. Oh, the deck, this deck is so beautiful. It's just the spectacles that really take things out for me. Ace of Wands, fiery energy, pure fiery energy. The Two of Wands, and you can see these eyes are so beautifully drawn. It's like looking forward, looking ahead, and then looking at yourself. You know, looking within, the eyes looking at you. Three of Wands, going towards a direction. A ram. So I don't know my astrological correspondences so well, but maybe the Aries is a correspondence for Three of Wands. The Four of Wands, that traditional RWS celebration. The Five of Wands, beautiful. I really like this one. A panther screaming to the sky, a sky hands raising their wands in battle. Six of Wands, victory. The Seven of Wands. The Eight of Wands, I like this speed. There's something about the dress that he has that makes me a bit curious why this was chosen. The Nine of Wands, beautiful. That flower crown. The Ten of Wands, gorgeous. That little duckling trying to crawl out of its shell. I think this is a symbol for Sagittarius. I might be wrong on that. My correspondences are really bad, guys. So I'm so sorry. The Princess of Wands, seeing the universe, but not seeing the Aeon for Judgment. Seeing Princess, Knight. This is a mixed deck. This is not a pure Thoth deck. In the Thoth, it is Princess, Prince, Queen, and Knight. In the RWS, it's Page, Knight, Queen, and King. So this is like a mix of both Thoth and RWS. Okay? But beautiful, vigorous court cards. Ace of Cups. Two of Cups. I love the intertwined hands. The Three of Cups. I'm not familiar with this symbol. If anyone knows, you can share below. Four of Cups. I'm just curious about how this goes with the Four of Cups that I know, where you're looking away and not seeing the opportunity in the RWS card. So I'm going to take a look at the Four of Cups here. We can have a sample of the card, of the book, sorry. Stillness and contemplation. You might have closed yourself off. I mean, this is the RWS thing I know. But Four of Cups can denote unchallenging, smothering love. This is so interesting. I don't see it that way, but I guess I can sort of see it here with the rabbit being, you know, smothered by the cups. So interesting. Okay, I can see that. I can see that in the card. I enjoy that. This is definitely quite a good guidebook since they explained that to me. Five of Cups. The spilling of the wine versus one straight up. I like the chrysanthemum in the background. The Six of Cups. There seems to be a floral element to the cups here, which makes sense. This is a seagull, I guess, flying. Beautiful. Six of Cups. I prefer this than to like assume childhood stuff. So I really like this card. I just don't know how I'm gonna interpret it. Again, that should be something the book would help with. Seven of Cups. I'm trying to see if this is a spider web and what's going on here, you know. There's a person here. So interesting. Because Seven of Cups is usually like illusion. I feel like it is a very interesting deck. I do appreciate these images, but because it's a combination of both RWS and Thoth, it's not something I can rely on my pre-existing knowledge to read. This card offers a glimpse of possibilities. So I guess with the web, you can see the possibilities, even though it doesn't really talk about the web here. Eight of Cups. This is quite traditional, the ship being launched away from the cups. I like this. The Nine of Cups. Ah, I love this. Oh my god, I love this card. So this is not the jolly, selfish man who is like, this is someone who's giving away, you know, giving. And I feel this way sometimes when I do my meditations or when I do my spells. I feel like when you're doing meta meditation, when you give off good feelings, this is how it would look. This is how it would feel. Ten of Cups. I like the hands joined. Like the rainbow, very traditional. The lotus leaves. The Princess of Cups. Again, the spectacles. It's not really my thing, but I understand where they're coming from. The Knight of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful Knight of Cups. Queen of Cups. And the King of Cups. I don't know if these are claws or a plant, but I really like the geometric shapes around him. The Ace of Swords. Beautiful, I love the hands. Two of Swords. You know, again, this is not like the traditional RWS, but I see this crossroads here and it's so powerful. It makes me think of Hecate for some reason, even though there are no dogs or anything of a nature, but they're at the crossroads. The Three of Swords. I love this. This is not traditional at all. And to be honest, even though I really like the Three Swords in heart, symbology, symbol, I am always interested in a deck that takes it a totally different way, and this is so interesting because I see the justice above them. Three of Swords. Let's take a look. Not justice, but the scales. But I think about justice when I see the scales. Loss and disappointment. You've come to an understanding that you cannot no longer go down the path you were currently on. Okay, interesting. Four of Swords. Rest. Interesting. I guess the swords are all sheathed, so maybe that represents that. Five of Swords. Beautiful. With the blood dripping down from every single blade. And the skull behind. The Six of Swords. Pretty painful. I think this is supposed to be a unicorn, I guess. You know, Six of Swords is not so traditionally bloody. It's more calm when you're moving away. So I really am wondering, what is this about? Did these people harm the unicorn and just moving on carelessly without caring what they have done? Or are they hurt by this and moving forwards from that hurt? I don't know. Seven of Swords. This card just makes me laugh. There's that trickster energy definitely from this with the mask. The Eight of Swords. This is amazing. I love this. I love the silhouette. I love the head. Closed, eyes closed. I love the different swords and designs. The Nine of Swords. This is very Nine of Swords with that thought swirling around the head again and again. The Ten of Swords. Is this an Orphic egg? I think it's an Orphic egg. I think that's the symbol. And the vines growing from his chest. Princess of Swords. I like this. Okay, Knight of Swords. This reminds me of very the Thoth, how it's drawn. The Queen of Swords. And the Knight of Swords. I wonder what constellation that is. The Ace of Discs. Beautiful. Two of Discs. This is a fruit. I think this is a flower. Not sure. The Three of Discs. Teamwork, helping each other out. The Four of Discs. Beautiful, beautiful. Stability, that crown. The Five of Discs. Home. This is a very home feeling, but it's a skeleton. I'm just thinking about the traditional, meaning of the Five of Discs when you're looking for salvation. So I don't know how that conveys my view of the Five of Swords. A personal financial crisis is at hand, not as bleak as it seems. The card is a warning. You are unable to accept gifts. Understand? Okay, I can accept this. Six of Discs, adorable. This is a cat. Seven of Discs. Interesting. Again, I remember learning about this constellation, but I can't remember what it is. Interesting, the growth, how deep the roots go. Eight of Discs, traditional, very good. The stained glass, how hard she's working, I like that. The Nine of Discs. I don't usually see the Nine of Discs as a woman who's a working woman, but I think this is an interesting take on the Nine of Pentacles that I can accept. So interesting. Ten of Discs. Generations. Princess of Discs. This reminds me of Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. The Knight of Discs. Beautiful, beautiful. The Queen of Discs. The King of Discs. I love the tortoise. And then it comes with two extra cards. Gratitude, which I think is an okay card to add on. Are there cards in the deck that relates to gratitude? Yes, but this is a direct, like, you don't need any interpretation. An invocation, I think this is also another way to add to the deck some other concept to do with magic instead of what it is. So if I draw something like this, I'll probably draw another card so I know what feeling I need to invoke in myself to help with the situation. Very interesting deck. I have not consecrated it, so I wouldn't be... I'll also shuffle it now, but I can't use any to consecrate it first, but just to give you guys a sample of how it shuffles. Okay, it shuffles well, it shuffles pretty well. I really like how it shuffles. It's also short, so it's easier to shuffle. Let's see how the riffle shuffles. Because of how short it is, it's a bit harder to riffle shuffle, as normally because when it's shorter, it gets a bit tougher to bend, but still pretty good. Okay, let's take a look at how it looks side by side. Let's try a few cards. It's a little pippish, but not in a bad way because it does add to it in different ways. It looks pretty good, I think. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this walkthrough. This is the new chapter Tarot by Liminal11 and Catherine Briggs. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And you guys have a great rest of the day. Take care. Bye!